ESPN's Shams Charania reported on Wednesday that Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks could be on the outs. Giannis Antetokounmpo and his agent Alex Saratzis have started conversations with the Milwaukee Bucks about the two-time NBA MVP's future and discussing whether his best fit is staying or elsewhere, sources tell ESPN. Charania wrote in a post on X. Despite the Los Angeles Lakers making this past year's trade for Luka Doncic, they're still in a position to put together a compelling trade package for one of the league's best two-way threats. Lakers' trade idea lands Giannis Antetokounmpo. In a trade idea proposed by Bleacher Report, the Lakers could acquire Antetokounmpo by sacrificing their bench and draft capital for the foreseeable future. Los Angeles Lakers receive Giannis Antetokounmpo and Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee Bucks receive Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht, first-round pick swaps in 2026, 2028, 2030, and 2032, and a 2031 first-round pick. In what would be a league-altering trade, the Lakers create a star-studded lineup while the Bucks begin their first rebuild in almost a decade. Plenty of readers may see this deal and immediately think, Bucks aren't doing that without getting Austin Reaves. And that may well be the case, but Reaves is going to be a free agent in 2026 and might not be too excited about re-signing with a suddenly rebuilding team, wrote Andy Bailey. What this deal lacks in star power headed back to Milwaukee, it largely makes up for in draft capital. No, pick swaps aren't as valuable as unprotected firsts, but that does give the Bucks some hope. And by 2031, when Giannis is near 40, a first-rounder from the Lakers could be worth a lot. With a starting lineup of Doncic, Austin Reaves, LeBron James, Antetokounmpo, and DeAndre Ayton, the Lakers can worry about filling out their depth later on in the season. In the meantime, they'd be jumping for joy with a pairing of two of the game's most dominant players. After missing the last two games for personal reasons, Luka Doncic has rejoined the Los Angeles Lakers in Philadelphia, according to Dan Woik of The Athletic, ending a stretch of uncertainty that hovered over the Western Conference contenders. Doncic is no longer listed on the Lakers' official injury report, a strong indicator that he is set to return to action against the 76ers, who enter the matchup on a 3-game winning streak. The 26-year-old superstar missed 2 games while away from the team, an absence later revealed to be for the birth of his second child, daughter Olivia, after a surprise announcement posted to Instagram on Saturday. The news comes just days after Doncic publicly celebrated the birthday of their first daughter with an emotional tribute. "Happy birthday, my little princess. You bring the most joy to my life. I love you. I miss you so much, and I can't wait to see you soon. 2 hearts, 2 hearts, red heart, red heart." For the Lakers, his return comes at a crucial point in their 3-game road trip, and particularly against a red-hot team in Philadelphia. Lakers survive Luka Doncic's absence. Los Angeles split their first 2 games in the East Coast road trip without Doncic, banking on Rui Hachimura's buzzer-beating 3-pointer to defeat the Toronto Raptors on Wednesday and a 21-point loss to the Boston Celtics on Friday. The stretch showed both the Lakers' resilience and their limitations. Doncic has been among the NBA's most unstoppable players to begin the season, averaging 35.3 points, 8.9 rebounds, and 8.9 assists in 16 games, positioning him inside the league MVP and scoring title conversations. Head coach J.J. Redick said recently he was hopeful Doncic would return soon, but declined to set an exact target date. Sunday now appears to be that moment. With the Lakers sitting third in the Western Conference at 16-6, the timing of Doncic's return stabilizes the rotation ahead of a December slate packed with nationally televised matchups. LeBron James listed as questionable, Marcus Smart out. While Doncic is trending toward a return, the Lakers' injury picture is far from settled. Defensive stalwart Marcus Smart remains out, still recovering from an injury that has sidelined him since late November. His absence continues to leave a defensive and playmaking void in the backcourt rotation. Meanwhile, LeBron James is officially listed as questionable due to right sciatica irritation and left foot joint arthritis. James has sat out the second night of a back-to-back set in Boston on Friday for load management related to long-term durability concerns. The medical designation raises concerns heading into a physical matchup with Philadelphia, powered by rising star Tyrese Maxey, rookie sensation VJ Edgecombe, and veteran Paul George. Austin Reaves' rise creates new Lakers dynamic. In Doncic's absence, Austin Reaves emerged as an unexpected offensive catalyst, averaging 40.0 points, 9.6 assists, and 4.8 rebounds in 5 games without the Slovenian star, including a 44-point explosion in Toronto. Reaves now ranks 5th in scoring, 29.3, and 13th in assists, 6.8, league-wide, creating a new dynamic duo in Los Angeles with James no longer the focal point of offense. The chemistry between the two guards, combined with the eventual reintegration of Smart and the availability of James, could reshape the Lakers' early season trajectory. The Los Angeles Lakers have spent the early part of the season looking like a team built for the long run. They sit second in the West at 16-6, and with DeAndre Ayton anchoring the middle, they've found an identity in the paint that travels from night to night. But even with Ayton playing at a high level, the rotation behind him remains thin. The Lakers have relied on smaller lineups, matchup adjustments, and stretches without a true rim protector. It has worked in moments, but the margin is tight. For a team trying to keep pace with the West top tier, one more stabilizing piece in the frontcourt would help. That is where one recent idea comes in. Bleacher Report's Dan Favale mentioned Robert Williams III as a name the Lakers could evaluate. The former all-defensive center has battled injuries in Portland, but when he is right, he is the type of disruptive big who can tilt a playoff series. Why Williams makes sense for Los Angeles. Williams fits the identity the Lakers lean on. He protects the rim, plays above the basket, and covers ground in a way most centers cannot. His timing as a shot blocker remains elite. His mobility allows him to survive switches. And his vertical threat gives any guard a clean lob target in the half court. He also gives the Lakers something they do not currently have behind Ayton: a second big with real defensive presence. Someone who can keep the paint secure when the starters rest. Someone who changes possessions through energy and anticipation. At his best, Williams was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Boston. That version may not be realistic every night, but even a scaled-down form of it solves a clear rotation need in Los Angeles. How he would fit into the rotation. The goal might not be to replace Ayton, but to strengthen what sits behind him. Williams gives the Lakers the ability to stay big in more matchups. He allows them to protect the rim without overworking Ayton. He creates flexibility in defensive coverages, giving the staff options between switching, drop, and hybrid looks. He also helps stabilize bench units that can drift when the offense slows. His screening, short roll reads, and lob finishing offer simple solutions without needing touches. For a team built on structure and discipline, a player who fits into that framework matters. What the Lakers must consider. The appeal is clear. So is the risk. Williams has struggled to stay healthy. That uncertainty is part of what makes him attainable, but it also forces the Lakers to weigh how much they are willing to invest. The Portland Trail Blazers are developing younger bigs and could move him, but they will still want value in return. The Lakers could also consider their other needs. Favale mentioned adding another perimeter stopper such as Herb Jones or Dillon Brooks if the market allows, and that argument carries weight. A versatile wing defender gives the rotation more balance. That is why any decision involving Williams has to be viewed within the broader roster picture. He fills a real need, but so would another big wing. The Lakers have multiple paths they can explore as the deadline approaches. Williams is a strong fit. He is just not the only fit. The verdict for the Lakers. Robert Williams III gives the Lakers size, mobility, and defensive disruption at a position where depth has been tested. If Portland keeps the price reasonable, he is a smart swing. A low-cost, high-upside addition who strengthens the rotation without altering the structure of the team. But the Lakers do not need to force the move. They are competitive as constructed, and their front office has options. If the window opens, Williams fits. If it doesn't, Los Angeles is building something solid anyway.